comments. All right. A few minutes after the hour, and hello and welcome. I missed y'all last week, but I was busy. Nice in Egypt. And I told you before that I wouldn't be coming on as much as I usually do, and I'm trying to, get out and record some other things from in the neighborhood. And I'm not going to talk too long today. Hey, sister. Um, Happy Sunday to you, Nights in Egypt. Um, yeah, so I'm not going to stay on long. I got 3 points, things that I wanted to discuss, and I can't remember if I had brought it um, on my last live. But I know, but my last live, I had just come back from Boga and didn't really know what was actually going on. So that is in regards to my visa. So I got the visa, got an extension till April. Now here's the thing, sister, I'm burning up. Y'all see me sweating, so that's why I know I'm not gonna be on here long because I gotta go. I'm gonna have to put a chair and a desk in the shower because this is just awful. It says it is 104 degrees right now. So, dear creator of everything, turn the oven off. Yeah. So I can't remember if I had mentioned it before. So, okay. So what the problem was, and I don't even think they do 5-year visas anymore. I think when I was looking up everything to see what I needed to make sure everything was on the up and up, I think they're only doing like 3-year visas. When I got mine back in 2019, it was a 5-year visa. You can keep that cold weather. I'd rather be burning up from the heat than burning up because it's below zero. But yeah, things wet. Just I gotta yeah, this is just total disrespect. I got this napkin because I'm drawing. It's so hot that in order for me to draw in my book, I have to put a napkin up under my arm because my arm is sweating so bad and it's like smudging the colors or whatever. But yeah, it's a thing. It's real in these streets out here. So anyway, I don't know. I mentioned that the mistake was mine. So you get this 5-year visa, 3-year visa. Oh, I think it is now. When you come into the country, they stamp you. So my error was when they stamped me, I thought the guy had just initialed it. So it actually said expires in 60 days. So it's not even 90 days in. You have to leave the country or get an extension every 60 days. And I think they only allow you 2 extensions or whatever. So anyway, we got that straightened out. All was forgiven, and I'm good till April. So by April, I'm gonna be working on something else other than running up in there and getting extensions. So that is the deal with the visa. So I'm good till April. And my sponsor said we shall start working on it this month. Happy February to everybody. And yeah, they said that this ain't even the hottest. Like next month, March, is the hottest month. I don't know. I did not know what. I'm charging up my neck charger because I'm got it on high. I keep it on high. Thanks, sister, because it's coming in handy here for sure. Yeah, so that was that one, and the visa and all of that stuff. So if you're coming here for an extended period of time, that's how that has to be done. Now, after you get, if you come in at the 60 days, you go and request an extension, and then you start working on your paperwork. Now, everything that I look up online. This is another thing. When you look stuff up online for Africa, it don't really be right and exact. So um, I'm working on the residency thing. And then after, it says after 5 years, you can apply for citizenship or something or the other or whatever. But 5 years, that's a long way. I can't even look past 5 months, 5 days, let alone any of that stuff. So that is that with the visa. So all is well. Like I said, I did give misinformation. I did because I wasn't paying attention. I was figuring like I got this extended visa and they stamped me and let me in, but it gives you 60 days to either get an extension or leave the country and go visit somewhere else. So that's that with that. I don't want people saying, oh, but you said, yeah, I said it, I made a mistake. Um, Also, I can't remember what. It's so freaking hot. It's just like, oh my gosh. Um, there's a I don't know what's going on. Like my neighbors have malaria. I'm like, y'all from Africa, y'all got malaria. Why y'all keep getting malaria? I promise you, I don't even really see mosquitoes, and I keep my door open because it's just that hot. It's just an oven. It is really, really hot. So they got malaria over there, and yeah, not cool. Um, I'm actually wondering if, like, if that's just a general thing that they tell people here. It's like, oh, you got malaria. Anyway, I feel okay, minus the little allergy symptoms, itchy eyes, stuff like that. Because they're still like burning stuff. So they did try. I complained and they tried to clean the garbage up, and so they burned it or whatever. But for whatever reason, the garbage is like it's still blowing all over the place again. But yeah. So anyway, I hope y'all can hear me okay. Um, I've had these boys that helped me move in. They're showing up trying to give me a. I told them to come back in 2 weeks. Like the person only 2 weeks old. And then I was gonna make a phone call. Tell them don't come back out here. But they actually showed back up last night, which was only maybe about 5 days, well, at 9:30 at night. So I'm a little leery of that, but run up in my spot if you want to. And I told them to kick rocks. And I was like, no, I don't want the puppy. You're not gonna just force your hand on me and don't come back to my spot this time of night. Because it feels like even with my outside lights on, it's pitch black dark out there. Like I hear these noises. So I said on say, I am a savage. I hate wearing clothes. But if you come to Africa, you got to get up at oops o'clock in the morning and be getting fully dressed and stay fully dressed all freaking day long because these people are like making moves at like 7 o'clock in the morning. Like my grandma used to call the house like 7 o'clock in the morning. I should be used to it, but I'm not. So they like start moving around really, really early in the morning. And so because of the way, and actually all of them really, we have a wall. You know, the wall goes up maybe 3 or 4 feet, maybe 4 feet, if that. And then it's bars, so the person can stand out there. And so what they do is they stand out there and they look in my house because my windows are open, my doors are open because nope, I'm still not buying an air conditioning unit. I'm gonna tough it out. I'm going to tough it out. I refuse to buy an AC unit. Um, but they look inside. And so last night I was like hearing something. And nobody here speaks loud. So I don't know where we as African Americans got that loud mouth from it. Everybody here whispers. So I hear something and I can't see. I'm trying to look out and I'm trying to get my glasses. So I need an eye exam and see. And I see some little movement in the dark. And they're like, we brought the dog. We brought the dog. And I was like, I told you to come back in 2 weeks. So now I don't want the dog. I said, and don't come back this time of night. So that's a thing that I don't like. Even though we're gated in, they couldn't get in the gate because it was locked from the inside. And like it's like really weird. It's like they have no sense of invasion of privacy and space. They just look straight in directly into my stuff, call my name or say, hey, The other Saturday, I think was I had like two or three people, a little boy with a note saying he was deaf and he needed some donations. And then another lady looked while she looked for some place to stay. But the weird shit is they just come straight to my house. Like they never go to my neighbor's house. I don't know if it's because my door is open, my window is open, but they just come straight to my door. And I mean, yeah, I got a little gate outside and everything, but that is not like that's gonna make big. I'm gonna try to keep it together and not come unglued, but it's really pushing my buttons that y'all just coming to my door. I got rid of the stalker. He won't even look over this way, which is a good thing because I have to let him know don't do me, player. Um, you try to be nice, but these people here will push your buttons until you come unglued. Like they just don't know when to stop. And so I did let my neighbors know, like, okay, I don't know why that is. As we're discussing, there's a lock on the gate, but what happens is usually, when they leave, they lock it from the outside. So I'm no longer here by myself because my other neighbor, I think he went somewhere and got his family. So it's like his wife and a few kids. But they're really quiet and they hardly ever come outside. So I can't really complain about them. Crybaby over there, she like coming over to my side and screaming and hollering, and I take my foot off and face her. Get your screaming butt out of here. So, yeah. Hey, Silverback, welcome, welcome. Where's that other heifer? Where's that? Because I have some questions for her. So, yeah, so that's that. In essence, that's what's going on. We just went 2 weeks with no flowing government water. So it didn't come on last week, but it did come on this week. It came on a little bit Thursday, and then, no, was it a little bit? Yeah, Thursday. It trickled Thursday, and then they shut it back off. But then it came on full steam Friday. I'm pretty sure I ran up a hell of I took five showers Friday because when the government water comes on, that water pressure is the bomb. But unfortunately, because of this heat, the water is like very warm, very warm. So yesterday, so yeah, it ran almost all day yesterday. So wow, thank y'all. I got to fill up my tank, and that's all that matters. Because I was getting nervous that I was gonna run out of water in my tank, and this is like you get used to it. Okay, but from Memphis, my parents' home, Memphis. But yeah, so everything is looking up. And I did want to go out there and be nosy, but it's so hot, y'all. They're building a wall up around a piece of property, and then I'm sure they'll start building a house. Now, I know there's some little sickness. You can take it how you want. About 9 o'clock at night, because my windows are always open, I hear everything. I'll be on high alert, and when the sun goes down, because I can't see in the dark. I hear all this rattling and rumbling. They begin to side hustle, loads of sand and dumping it out. Like, ain't nobody over here doing business at 9 o'clock at night. So, yeah, I'm like, okay, I get it. So they can come at like 9 o'clock at night and dump off some loads of sand, and that happened like a few times. And so I was telling her, I'm like, it's sure coming out late, isn't it? Because of the heat. And I was like, oh, I get it. I totally get it. So, you know, and wherever you go, it's always going to be somebody trying to do a side hustle. Keep that in mind. Keep the side hustle in mind. So, yeah, they're building over there. And, like, this heat doesn't bother them. They are out there doing their business. Sack water, y'all know what that is? Sack water. Sack water. So this is 500 ml. So 1 liter, two is 1 liter, and I've been drinking at least 10 a day. This is how hot it is. That's how hot it is. And within like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, it's already room temperature. It's ice cold when I got it out of the fridge. Now it's down to like room temperature. Oh, I needed that. I needed that. Also, the temperature overnight is not getting down into the 60s, it's staying in the 70s, which is slightly uncomfortable. So, yeah, that's that. There was one more thing that I wanted to discuss, and I can't remember what it is. What it is, what it is, what it is. Um, Something that I saw. No, let me share. Oh, okay, I got it. Oh, we had the really only 80. Okay, last I looked, I hadn't even, I was at, okay, I gotta check my numbers. Um, yeah, tell some people to tell some people, tell a friend to tell a friend. Um, and I don't know why, how I forgot, like when I was talking about the visa, how I forgot about this Thursday. So you all know, or if you don't, most of you that are following people in Africa, Walter Maya, he's from Ghana. He's from Takoradi down in the south. He has over 1 million subscribers. I have watched him grow. He's an amazing young man who tries to his best to keep it positive, and he is proof in the pudding. Don't think for 1 second like, oh, African Americans don't like Africans, Africans don't like Africans. He is um, from Ghana, and he got into a scrap at the Togo border. Yes, please share this as much as you can, y'all. Share, share, share. Now, I want to gossip, but even Trail ain't want to gossip, but I got a good laugh because he was furious, and he's at the Togo border. So if you don't know, it's Ghana. To the east of Ghana is Togo, then Benin, then Nigeria, something like that. And then to the west of Ghana is Ivory Coast, Liberia, Sierra Leone. So he was going to on his way to Benin, and I don't if you have never if you just you know jumping on board with me, this is your first time watching me, welcome. There are some videos from earlier on when we talk about these visa issues and all this stuff because where I'm in Ghana, East Africa, I had visa issues. Well, in 2019, I came to Ghana twice. The end of the year when I came to Ghana, I also went to Togo for 6 days. Now, I think at that time I was thinking the error of our ways was that we drove to Togo in a private vehicle. So me and my friend, he got in the car, we drove to Togo. And baby, when I tell y'all we got shook down, I got shook down at this freaking border. First of all, Togo is one of those francophone, French-speaking countries, and so as soon as you, hey, G Scott, as soon as you get to the border at Togo, Ghana, you come through Ghana, everybody's so nice because you get to stop in at Ghana, of course, and get stamps for exit and so on. And then you come out, you kind of go across the street, not through the barricade, but you've got to go into the Togo immigration office, and that's where it starts. So prior to us driving to Togo, my friend had to go get a special inspection and a special permit for us to drive into Togo. We got that. We get to the thing, and they kind of try to separate us. They take him and tell him that he didn't have the right sticker on the car and that he needed the proper paperwork. He had everything, the insurance, everything that was needed. And they told him he didn't do it right, so they needed 40,000 CFAs to make sure the car was okay and all this stuff. They take me over to another building and say, oh, you got to fill out this card. Okay, I'm cool. I'm going to fill out this card. Well, as I have to fill out a card, a man snatches the card from me because it's in French. And he said, I fill it out for you fast, 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 fast. And I'm like, no, give it back. And he's like, no, madam, I'll take care of you. I'll take care of you. And I was like, I'm not paying you. I didn't ask you to do it. I can fill it out myself. And so it just went from there. So he had his hand stuck out. There was another guy that came and said, oh, make sure y'all get through this really quick, fast, 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 fast. He wanted money. I had to go into one building, fill that paperwork out. After I filled that paperwork out, now mind you, let's back this story up. In order to get into Togo, I had to go to the embassy in Ghana before we even left for the trip and get the visa. I started getting shook down with the security guard in Ghana at the Togo embassy. He was like trying to fast talk me and saying, "Oh, you need these pictures and um, you need to transfer the what do you call it? You exchange the money or something." And he's holding up this piece of paper and with all these different prices on it. If I had American money, it's this much. If I had Ghanaian money, it's this much, and then other countries and stuff like that. So I went and got the pictures, came back, and he said something like, I needed um, a certain amount, let's just say 5,000 cedis, they got them told. And I'm like, okay, I get all this taken care of. And they said, now you can go inside to the left. Well, when I get inside to her, she said it's 15,000 cedis. And I was like, wait, what? Um, Something. I said, I just paid him 5,000. She was like, I don't know anything about that. I said, oh, you don't know anything about that. So do I need to go back out there and get my money and start kicking over tables? Because I'm not above it. Like, it's like he tried to make it seem like it was this official thing. So be very leery of that. And she was like, oh, I just don't know. But this is the fee. And here's the I'll give you a receipt and this. So she knew he had just gotten me for whatever the amount of money that he got, you know. So I had to pay her, get this. So this is where the extortion started. At the embassy in Ghana, at the Togo embassy. So then when we get to the thing, I'm at the first building, and they tell me I have to pay everything was 40,000 cedis. I have to pay 40,000 cedis and go to the next building, which was at the border. For some reason the guy was like, get back in, and he was like, madam, don't pull your money out. Don't pull your money. I said, I wish one of these mofos would run up on me, because right now y'all running me hot. I think by now they pay like 3 people 40,000 cedis. And it's granted, that's like about $10 or $15, but still. So then now the other guy is following me that filled out the paper, was like, help a brother out. And I was like, no, because I told you not to fill it out. So you did it on your own. I said, I'm not giving you anything. So my phone was like, tossing a couple. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Y'all think people are stupid. I'm not with it. And I got a real, at that time, I was still trucking, and I had a real feisty temper, like Superman. And so I go into the next one, and I get shook down again. And it was like 3 of them. And I was like, oh, wait. And they said 40,000. This is the last time that you have to pay, and you won't have to pay again while you're here. And I was like, okay. I said, but y'all tripping. Got my stamp, got everything taken care of. We go in, we stay 6 days, we come back out, thinking, okay, we just need this stamp, come back in. So y'all know they started again. They started again with this 40,000. Oh no, you gotta pay to get the car back in. You gotta pay to get back into Ghana. I said, you're telling me that I have to pay you to go back to where I came from? Yes, madam, yes. And I think by this time, my nerves was struck bad. And I said, well, hold that thought. Let me call the U.S. Embassy and see if they got your fees scheduled and see what all these fees are, since I don't speak French. And they were like, wait. Now, mind you, I had already hid the money. Hide your money and just pull out a little bit and tell them this is all you got. You ain't got no more. I went and had a good time, and I spent all my money. I said, well, let me check with the embassy. And they were like, madam, no. Come inside. How much do you have? And so I opened up my thing. I think I had 50,000 in CFAs. I have a 50 CD note for Ghana. I had a 10, a 5, and a $1 US bill. Do you know they took everything except for the $1 US? I said, oh, y'all too good to take $1? Y'all beneath $1? I said, it's all good. And the guy was talking junk. I said, you kind of good looking and stuff. You could be my husband. I said, but don't try me. Don't try me. And these white guys from Europe was motorbiking across Africa. And they was telling my friend that they got held up for 3 days at that Togo border because Togo figured because they were white, they had money. And they said they didn't have any money. They were just, scrounging and biking. And they had to call their family to wire them some money to get through the border in Togo. So if you ever come here, put some money aside to pay off everybody at the border. And this border is so freaking busy. It's just ridiculous. So Walter Maya, he was like, I'm not paying the bride money. I'm not paying it. And they was yelling and swinging and carrying on. He was not happy to, and he said he apologized. He said because he normally doesn't, he tried to portray Africa in a positive light. He said, but that was a bit much. And they was, I don't know who was recording, but they was getting it off. So just be careful and know that these things happen. And it's not because we're African American. It's just that these people, that's how they make their money. That's how they make their money. They shake you down. You cannot, even when I went into Kenya and Zambia, there's people that's how they make their living, by hanging out at the borders and taking care of you, so to speak. We'll get you to the front of the line. Now, granted, when I first landed in Zanzibar, I didn't pay anybody anything. I did my little visa, but the guy, he was like, come. And I don't know if I can remember if I tossed him a couple of coins. He didn't ask for any money, but he walked me in front of all those hundreds of people that had got off that airplane, and I was in and out in like 5 or 10 minutes. But all these other borders, I can make your problems go away. That's what the guy at Zambia told me. I can make your problems go away. And then he turned around like a week or two later after I had got back to Dar es Salaam and to Arusha, and he was like, oh, we've become fast friends, and I want to know if you can send me some money. He said, are you kidding me? So, yeah, that is a thing. I know there's at least 1, 2 people that are coming. I know one likes to travel all around, and I think the one, she might already be there. But my brother, he's on his way, and this stuff happens. So you just have to be aware of this. Don't take it personal. It's just what they do. It's how they roll over here. If you ain't got to deal with it, don't. But I kind of would like to go to see some other countries in this area, like I did when I was in East Africa. But oh my gosh, the headache of just even thinking about this visa situation. We'll see what happens. But yeah, so that's that. That's what I wanted to talk about. This whole Walter Maya thing. It's not just me. I'm not the only person that has visa issues. I'm not the only person that have, people shaking you down at the border. This is one of Thomas' own, and he was just not happy. I got a good food out of it, but it's really sad. It's really, really sad that this goes on. But because and I've been to Canada, I've been to Mexico, places like that. I don't ever recall going through these type of changes in none of these countries. Now, granted, places like the Bahamas and Barbados and stuff like that, you don't need a visa. Just need your passport to get into them. So maybe that's why. But over here, it is like something special. And, even one of my Japanese students was talking about going to different countries and problems. I was like, well, y'all got like the strongest visa. You don't even need a visa to get to most of these places. And they're like, yeah, because we don't understand. So they try to take advantage of us. So that's why I want to learn to speak English. I'm like, oh, okay. If it makes you happy, hey, I'm overjoyed. But when you leave out of your comfort zone around the U.S., North America, and come here, because I don't know if you need a visa for South America. Um, I know you don't need one for Mexico. You don't need one for Canada over a certain amount of days. So um, I think most of the places, like I was at St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and I think you can go for 14 days without needing a visa. So most of those places, unless you plan to stay for a long period of time, you don't need a visa. But over here, it's just like totally, it's a money grab. And everywhere. You have been warned. Other than that, he was listening again. This heat and went to the market Wednesday, did my thing. I've got my art supplies, y'all. I know y'all don't be wanting to hear it, but I'm gonna do a little shift around on my Shopify store. This is gonna be artwork. Mexican interior, the corruption. Okay, over there by what is it? Medellin, something. I know it's one in Colombia and it's one in Mexico. Medellin, something. Mexico City. Yeah, I don't know 6 places that I already know. I really don't care to visit, so I'm not that interested. I did want to go to Bighorn Island, which is off the coast of Nicaragua. I don't think you need a visa for that place, but yeah, I was looking at that, and I was looking at some different identities. I'm here for beaches. This was my thing. Um, yeah. So we'll see what happens with my situation. If y'all all go well, then I probably will move down towards the coast. Takoradi, they say everything in Takoradi is expensive, but I was watching some videos, and Takoradi is still way cheaper than Accra. And so we'll see what happens. I got till October to go on that. Anybody have any questions? Anybody making a decision to make moves to visit the continent this year or whatever? Woo! Yeah, I'm like the most sisters in the church. Woo! My gracious. And the sun is starting to, it's heading down, and it's still, that was 104, 102, 100. It's 5:30. It's still 100 degrees. My gracious. Oh, yes. Anyway, sounds wobble. Okay, so we warbling. I don't know. Does it still sound bad? If it still sounding bad, I'm gonna wind it up. Nobody has any questions. I made the correction in this information that I gave you about the visa, about how these people do lurking, staring in your spot, and about the Guatemala situation with the visa. When you come to here, don't take it personal. They do it to everybody. Yeah, and I gotta go sit in the shower for about 10 minutes because I'm overheating. And yeah, anything that anybody needs to, just to say that, if anybody needs any question, you have any questions, you can hit me up on Instagram, and send me a message there. Nobody's really cool with WhatsApp. There's some people following on Facebook, but Instagram is the best deal. There is none. Yeah, Instagram. There's Instagram. You can hit me up over there. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that's that. with, in essence, y'all, the sweat is just pouring down. I got to get up off of here and go sit in the shower. Um, I'll try to get back on next week. With one, I do want to go see how they're operating with the construction over here. And there's also like in the next neighborhood over, there's a little kitty park that I thought was really cute. So I just want to go over there and check that out as well. And Prince and I are talking about, I told him I wanted to go to the Western region to these other places. But we'll see what happens. I'm trying to get it together because right now all I want to do is paint and draw. And so with that, I can't take no more. Oh, y'all. Come on and enjoy this heat with me. I know some of y'all freezing, but gosh darn, I'm at the other side. I'm at the other section. All right, y'all. No questions. Nobody have any questions? Still back? Okay. Y'all be coming from the airport. Hit me up. I will see y'all next week, and I'll try to get a post a video in here, something cool in town maybe. Yeah. All right, y'all. Yes, smooches. Share. Please share the video. Tell your people to subscribe, to get subscribed. They may, who knows, they might be interested one day to come and check out. Ooh, Lordy, check out the thing. The economy is making a shift. The sea is appreciating again. And so I think we're down to, we had went up to about 12.50. I think we're down to 11.90, something like that. So it's doing good. And I will see y'all later. My gosh, y'all ain't getting no travel news because I got to go get into the shower before I collapse. All right, y'all. Smooches, if you're new, thanks for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and tell your friends to tell a friend about the channel. My returning people love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'm out. Woo! Ciao!